Muscular system. Bones alone cannot move by themselves. The bones are attached with muscles, which help to bring about all movements of the body. The muscles are attached to the bones by strong fibers called tendons. There are about 650 muscles in our body, and each one causes a particular movement. The muscles help us to smile, chew our food, push food into the stomach, and also make our heart beat, etc. Activity 4. To understand the working of the muscles to bring about movement to the bones. Method. Close the fingers of one hand tightly. Bend the arm at the elbow and touch the shoulder with your thumb. With the help of other hand, feel the muscles of the upper arm. The biceps muscles are in front and the triceps muscles are at the back of your arm. Now, straighten the arm and feel the bulge of the biceps and the movement of the triceps. What do you observe? Observation. When you bend your arm, the biceps that are joined to the arm in front contract. When a muscle contracts, it becomes shorter and thicker. You can feel a swollen region inside your upper arm. This is due to contraction of biceps. The triceps that are at the back of the arm relax. When a muscle relaxes, it becomes longer and thinner. When we straighten our arm, our biceps relax and the triceps contract. You can feel that the swollen muscle is no longer present. So, your arm movements are controlled by two muscles, biceps and triceps. Locomotion in animals. Earthworm. We can see an earthworm crawling on the ground during the rainy season. Do you know why? They come out of their underground burrows or homes because they are filled up with rainwater. An earthworm has a long cylindrical body made up of many rings or segments joined end to end. It has a liquid skeleton. On the undersurface of the body, a number of minute bristles are present that help the earthworm to get a firm grip on the ground. Muscles attached to these bristles help to contract the body. Activity 5. To observe the locomotion of an earthworm. Method. With the help of your teacher or a gardener, find an earthworm from your nearby garden. Place the earthworm on a rough surface, such as a sheet of paper placed on a table. Observation. When an earthworm moves, the bristles at the rear end hold firmly to the ground, while the bristles at the front end are relaxed. With the result, the front of the body is free to stretch forward with the help of strong muscles. The front end becomes thin and long due to the contraction of muscles, while its rear end becomes thick and short due to the expansion of muscles. Now the bristles at the front end of the body hold firmly to the ground, while the bristles at the rear end relax. The front end becomes thick and short due to the expansion of the muscles, while its rear end becomes thin and long due to the contraction of muscles. This makes it possible for the earthworm to pull up the rear end with the help of its muscles. The process is repeated and the animal moves forward by the contraction and relaxation of the body muscles. Snail. Snails have hard shell on their back. It is the exoskeleton that protects the snail from heat and enemies. Whenever it senses danger, it hides its soft body inside the shell. Snails have a large flat foot. The foot produces a slimy substance called mucus, which helps the snail crawl over the surface. The mucus reduces the friction between the foot and the ground surface. The muscles of the foot enable the snail to move forward. A trail of mucus is left behind when the snail crawls. The shell does not help in moving from place to place. It has to be dragged along. Cockroach. A cockroach's skeleton is outside its body. Exoskeleton. They have 3 pairs of joined legs and strong muscles to pull these legs. This enables them to walk or run. Their feet have tiny claws that help them climb walls. Though cockroaches have 2 pairs of wings, they can fly only short distances. Cockroaches walk in a very interesting manner, moving 3 legs at a time. When a cockroach walks, its 3 legs, 2 on one side and 1 on the other, support the body, while the other 3 move the body forward. The movement is repeated. However, this time, the 3 legs that previously supported the body now move the body forward, whereas the 3 legs that previously moved the body now support the body. In this manner, the cockroach is able to walk. Snakes. One surprising characteristic feature of a snake is its ability to move rapidly without legs. The snake's body is covered by a special structure called scales. They move by crawling on their bellies. A snake has a long vertebral column which is made up of 100 to 400 vertebrae connected by ball and socket joints. Each vertebra is connected to a pair of ribs which are also connected to belly scales at the bottom. Strong muscles attached to the ribs, vertebrae and belly scales are responsible for the movement of a snake's body. A snake moves by turning its body into several loops on alternate sides. Each loop of the snake gives it a forward push by pressing against the ground. Since its long body makes many loops and each loop gives it this forward push, the snake moves forward very fast. Snakes do not move in a straight line. They move in a wave-like manner. Fish. Observe a fish while it moves in an aquarium. You will find that the head and tail of the fish are smaller than the middle portion of the body. The body tapers at both the ends. The shape of a boat is somewhat like a fish. This body shape is called streamlined. Most fishes have a streamlined shaped body. This kind of shape helps a fish to overcome the resistance offered by water as it cuts through it, making it easier for the fish to swim through water. The fish moves in a wave-like manner. This movement is made possible by strong muscles attached to the flexible backbone. During swimming, muscles make the front part of the body curve to one side and the tail part moves towards the opposite side. The fish forms a curve or a loop. Then quickly, the body and the tail curve to the other side. This produces a jerk and pushes the body forward. A series of such jerks make the fish swim ahead. This is helped by the fins present in the body. Fish have fins on their body which help to keep the balance of the body and to keep direction while swimming. They also act as brakes when the fish needs to stop on the way. The tail fin acts like a rudder to change the fish's direction while swimming. Most of the fishes have a swim bladder or air sac inside the body. It helps them to rise or sink in water. When the fish has to rise, the swim bladder gets filled with more air. The body of the fish becomes light and the fish rises up. When the fish needs to go down, it releases some of the air in the swim bladder. The body of the fish becomes heavier and the fish sinks. Birds. Most birds can fly. The following features help them to fly. They have streamlined bodies that cut through air easily. This makes it easier for them to move through air. Their bones are hollow, which makes it easier for them to fly. The bones of their forelimbs are modified as wings for flying, while that of their hind limbs are used for walking and perching. They have powerful chest muscles, which help them in flapping their wings during flight. A bird flies with the help of its wings. During its flight, the wings perform 2 types of movements. When the wings move down and forward, they push the air down, lifting the body of the bird in the air. This movement of the wings is called downstroke. When the wings move upward and backward in preparation for another downstroke, the movement of the wings is called upstroke. Birds like ducks, which live in or near water, have webbed feet. These feet help them paddle or swim in water. Their feathers are also waterproof.